Welcome. Super excited to have you guys here. We are here with some of our Design Live Thrive speakers. As you know, this is our fourth summit, and I couldn't be more excited to introduce you to these beautiful ladies. If you have not saved your seat already, go to designlivethrive.com. Save your seat. It is a free summit. It's happening February 12th, 13th, and 14th. I want to make sure you grab a VIP ticket, though, because this is where the fun begins. For just $27 with your VIP ticket, you can actually schedule a 30-minute coaching session with any or all of the coaches that you are interested in getting coaching from. This is a way for you to experience coaching, and you can honestly have a transformation in just 30 minutes. You also will get access to the replays for a full year. Welcome, ladies. So glad that you are here. I want to introduce you first to our co-host, Thais Glenn. Welcome, Thais.
Oh, welcome back. I'm so glad to be here again with these beautiful coaches and talking all about the summits.
Okay, we're going to first start out by introducing you to Glenna. Glenna, will you tell us who you coach and what we can expect from you at this year's summit?
Sure. My name is Glenna Lashley, and I'm a faith-based weight loss coach and family nurse practitioner. I'm going to be talking about weight loss from the perspective of an addiction. Everybody knows how to lose the weight, what to do to lose it, but they're not able to lose it. And why is that? And that's because food is working just like a drug would. And unfortunately, drugs, you can take those out of your life. You can't take food out of your life. So I've developed a 12-step plan, and we're going to be talking about 3 of those items of the 12-step, which is actually recognizing you have a problem, surrendering to God with the problem, and then giving yourself grace as you're on your journey. So that's what we'll be talking about at the summit.
Okay, and Glenna, would you just tell everybody, if you don't mind, about your weight loss success?
Sure. I have lost 255 pounds, and I've kept it off for 8 years now. So I still have 5 more pounds to go, but I'm almost there.
Yeah. So if y'all are worrying about, can I lose weight? Could Glenna help me lose weight? The answer is yes, she can, because she knows how to do it and she knows how to keep it off. So that's super exciting. Congratulations on that. All right, Kathleen, will you introduce yourself and tell these beautiful ladies and everybody listening what it is we can expect from you at the summit?
Hello, all. Kathleen Stapleton, certified financial planner, registered investment advisor, insurance and tax advisor as well. My topic is on enhancing widows' wealth and well-being, because when you lose your partner, you're confronted with heartbreaking grief. But in addition, you have to make all these decisions about finances, about living. And when you lose your partner, everything changes, just everything from maybe your home environment, you might have to move or downsize, to family, holidays, vacations, all of it changes. And it's really gut wrenching. So my talk is about helping people understand for awareness, but to be clear about your money. In a very brief talk, we're going to talk about money and your people, the people you surround yourself with, and then also to focus on goals, because I really believe that when a person dies, it's the worst time, the worst days. But I want my role to be assisting that woman through the worst days into better days, so she gets her feet back under her. She's clear about her money. She's clear about what she needs to do. She's not going to get snookered by some idiot online trying to get to her bank account. And she sees a life for herself.
Beautiful. I must tell you that several of the speakers that are here today are second-time speakers. So they spoke last fall in our summit. And I already know that what Kathleen is talking about. And I can tell you that I think I'm pretty well informed on things. And she said some things that I was like, wait, what? A widow experiences what with their finances? So you want to make sure that you tune into this, because you might not be a widow, but you might know somebody. Yeah. You might have a coworker, a friend, something like that. So it's just good information to know. So we're excited to have you back, Kathleen.
Thank you.
Okay, Norma. Norma, tell us about what you do and how you support women.
I'm Norma. I am a functional health practitioner, and how I support women is by helping them understand what is going on with their body when they can't lose weight. Like Glenna, food is huge. So absolutely, totally agree with everything she's going to talk about. But we need to understand as women over 50 it doesn't stop at menopause. It's doesn't stop. Don't listen to, I mean, you got to listen to your doctor, but half the time they'll tell you everything looks normal, but it's not. And I'm here to just clarify, bring some clarity as to what's really going on with your hormones and why things are stuck metabolic wise in your body.
So if you are a woman who has struggled in that age range that we're talking about, and you have not been able to lose the weight, and what Norma's saying is that she's going to be able to help you identify some things in your hormones that really the doctors aren't maybe getting to the root cause of what's really going on. So I know you've had fantastic results with your clients as well. So glad to have you back, Norma.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Miss Lisa, tell us about you and who you help.
Yeah, I'm Lisa Kelly, grief coach, and I specialize in the grief in the workplace. The presentation that I'm going to do at the summit will be specifically for those who have had a recent pregnancy loss and they're returning to the workforce. 1 in 4 people have lost a child. Those are the current statistics. And interestingly, when you go on maternity leave, maybe 6 weeks to 3 months you have off for maternity leave. Well, usually a person who has had a pregnancy loss returns to work within a week, right? And there's very many misunderstandings with coworkers, managers, and the person grieving that can cause some uncomfortable dynamics in the workplace. So I'm here to do a presentation. I will address a young lady named Cassidy who has lost a child recently. She will apply my signature pearls method to her loss. And those in her workspace, her manager, coworkers, they will understand better Cassidy's situation.
I have to tell you, I met with Lisa and we talked through this summit's talk because she also spoke at the last summit about a different area of grief in the workplace. And wow, this pregnancy situation, if you lose a child at different stages and the time that you get off, it's a sad shame. We all need to be informed about this. And if you work or if you have family friends or people that you know that are pregnant who have lost a child through miscarriage, wow, they need some support because there's not much offered in the workplace. So Lisa, the work that you're doing is incredible and needed. All right, Sharon, so glad to have you here. Tell us who you help and support and what we can expect from you at the summit.
Hi everyone, it's great to be here. My name's Sharon and I am a 53-year-old registered nurse, adults and children. I'm based in the UK, as you probably guessed, and I am a female health identity coach. The people that I help are intelligent, emotionally aware women, generally over 40, who are living with chronic or persistent health challenges. This is my niche because this is me, basically. I am a woman who spent years caring for everybody else and didn't realize at the time, but was slowly losing myself in that process. I have been able over the last 2 years to reclaim my physical health, mental health, energy, and identity, all from the inside out. And I'm really passionate about creating a massive impact for women anywhere. And this online space is really key to that for me. I don't just have to work with women who are geographically close to me. I can reach out, and this summit is a really big opportunity for me to be able to do that. So basically, as an introduction to what I do, my summit talk is based around your life as a movie. What character do you play in that movie? I wanted to keep it really light, just introduce everybody to the work in a fun way. And so I'll be going through basically what character do you play? And if you're anything like me, you will have been a background character, an extra in that movie. And it's all about making yourself that lead role and reclaiming your power. So I'm really happy to be here. Thanks for having me, Debbie and Thais.
Okay, this is going to be fun. We're so glad to have you too. Looking forward to that for sure. Okay, Monique, how about you? Monique is returning as well. And I can tell you that in the chat, which let me back up and just say all of the talks are live. This is not a recorded summit. So all the speakers are live, which means there's an active chat going on. Tyson are there managing what's happening in the chat. And there's lots of questions. And I can tell you from Monique's talk, there was a buzz in the chat. There was a lot going on. There's a lot of conversations. People really resonated with her talk. So we are really glad to have you back. If you want to share what you're going to be talking about in this summit.
Yes, thank you for having me back. I am a professional organizer. That's how I started in my business. And I have added into life coaching. Really, right now at this stage, I am focusing on helping midlife women, like most of us are, organize their life. I mean, how many of you have said, I need to organize my life? I need to organize my life. And that's such a broad statement, but work people through the reset method where we look at what is happening in your home physically and what is happening in your time schedule. Where's your time going? What are you doing? And then what do you even think about any of it? Because we can really stop ourselves from making progress by believing things that aren't true about ourselves or about what is going on. So, working with women who are ready to reset their life in midlife. So, midlife women is my area that I love to talk to women who, whether you have worked or not worked in or out of the home, and especially if you have had children, there comes a point where all of a sudden you look back and go, okay, this is where all my time and energy went in my family. Children move out, people move on. And then you look around and go, what am I doing now? Because the life that we lived 5 years ago, even 1 year ago, really quick, I had a client that I worked with this last week in person in her home. I also do travel organizing. So we were working in her home and she said, a year ago, my life was different than it is now. Now all my kids have gone to college or moving out. And I have this house full of stuff that is very different, even in 1 year. So what were you living 1 year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago? And does the life you're living in now reflect what it used to be? So we just talking about how to reset who you are, clean up, organize your time and your space in your home so that the gifts and talents that you have given to you by God, you can use those in a different way because everything is different. So I'm so excited to be a part of this.
Yeah, thank you. I want to remind you guys again about this VIP ticket for $27. You can schedule yourself on these beautiful ladies' calendars for a 30-minute coaching session. And again, Monique had a lot of people who were interested in that call. So I definitely would grab your ticket. You can schedule with one or any of the coaches that you want, one single coaching session to really experience what coaching is all about. So thank you, Monique. Nicole, tell us about what you're going to be doing and who you help.
My pleasure. I'm a life coach, mindset coach, transformation coach, and I coach individuals through life transitions. So using all three, one, a psychology background, all my several certifications, and then my own life experiences, right? So going into my 50s, empty nest syndrome. And then a couple years ago, at the last minute, moved to Scottsdale. And that's where I began my own personal healing journey through past PTSD and trauma. So I've been all over the board. I started out in sales, and from sales in California, moved to Miami, became a certified personal trainer with Equinox. And then after that, had my desire to get my certification in life coaching.
Beautiful. And what are you going to be helping people with at the summit?
I'm going to be talking about life balance, the importance of life balance, also giving yourself grace through all of the transitions in life.
Yeah, beautiful. Excited to have you. I'm going to also let Thais Glenn introduce her talk because not only is she the co-host of the summit, but she's also going to be a featured coach as well.
Oh, Debbie, thank you. I am so happy that this year I will also be speaking as one of the speakers of the summit because every year I do have a little talk that I will present just in case, but this one is very special to me. And we're talking about future self and really how to shift our lives to have this more of a future self mindset where we can really align our lives, our present, with the things that we want to create. Not just living day by day because it's just not fun, right? So that is my talk where we're really explaining what we are giving you some very specific to bring that future self into your life today. That's my summit talk this time.
Beautiful. I'll tell you guys, I'm also going to be having talks on all 3 days. So on the first day of the summit, if you're a woman who's listening and you're thinking like, I think I want to start a small business. I don't know exactly what that would look like. Maybe you're approaching retirement and you're like, I'm not going to be making enough money to retire on, and I know I need to do something else. Or you're thinking, as many of the women have mentioned, like, okay, I'm in this next phase and I need to know what to do. I'm going to talk to you about what it would look like to start a small business. That's on Thursday. On Friday, I'm going to actually talk about becoming a coach. What does it take to be a coach? who's qualified to be a coach. Maybe it's you that thinks you want to be a coach, especially after listening to the talks that these women deliver. You might be really inspired to be like, wait, I have something in my life that could really help somebody else have some transformation. So I'll talk about what that looks like. And then I also want you guys to know on Saturday, Thais and myself, we're going to spend 2 hours talking to coaches only. This is an exclusive event for coaches only, where we're going to talk about building your boutique style coaching business, what that looks like, what you really need to know about doing that. So again, looking forward to having you guys. All right, let's talk about your journey to the summit.
Yes. Okay. I would love to talk in this part, Debbie, because we have been working together for so long. It's been a couple of months at least where we are really, me and those coaches, of course, Debbie's always there too, but this is my project. This is something that I took over from Debbie to create the summit with those beautiful ladies. And one of the most beautiful things that we see, it's the transformation, right? When they first start with it's almost a dream. I wanted to be a speaker. And then they realize what it takes to actually create that summit talk and market their business. And when a client comes into the summit, it's this sprint to get the business ready. And then they have this real taste of what it's like to have a business. And so I love this part of the program, and really walking with those beautiful ladies. It's just the best to really see their expertise and see how amazing they are and how much they have. So I would love to talk to you guys a little bit more about how was the process for you to come from where you were to now having your talk prepared and ready for the summit. Can you guys walk us a little bit more about this process? So I would love to start with Norma, because Norma was there last year with us. Let's see what you have to say, Norma.
Thank you. The process for me, oh my goodness. Mind you, it was very nerve-wracking. I'm not a very techie person. And working with Debbie and Thais, I've gained so much knowledge on how to do just a lot of things, from marketing to even the tech work. So grateful for that. But I just learned that it's finally a business and I own it now. So I've got to do it. And it's just been an amazing experience. If it hadn't been for either one of you two ladies, I don't think I would be where I'm at today.
Oh, Norma, thank you so much. It's funny because that is exactly how I described when we first get together for the summit. I always say the same thing. It's like, I thought I had a business before I presented the summit for the very first time. And going through the process, I can look back, it's like, oh, I thought I have a business, but now I actually do have a business. That's the power of you presenting in a summit. It's definitely not just one talk, right? It's so much more about that transformation that you walk through to becoming a real business owner, a real entrepreneur. So thank you so much for saying this. Lisa, you were with us last time too. How was it for you?
Well, I just want to let people know that when you graduate from coach school, or if you don't go to coach school, let's say you just want to be a coach and you're able to, you really need to master these business skills. You really need to. I can tell you that right now, my business is new and I am doing 90% or more, not less than 90% of marketing and doing the business skills that you and Debbie have taught us. I wouldn't have known this. I thought that I could just help people once I got certified. Well, that wasn't going to happen. And I definitely am so thankful that I came here. When you watch a YouTube and you want to get their freebie, you sign up for it, you get an email from them. There's a lot of work behind that. And then all this other marketing, the emails, the posts, the social media posts. I didn't know how to use Canva. I didn't know how to do a post. I definitely would not have made it this far without this course. And the summit culminates everything. So I like to think of the summit as a final exam, and everything comes together and I love it. So definitely.
That is a great way to describe the summit. It is basically that graduation, right? You work so hard to build a business and now you're like, oh yes, I can do this. Then you keep on coming back and it's amazing. We love having you, Lisa. I love how you described, Lisa, this idea of newer coaches instead of looking for more certifications, more education, which is amazing. It's so much, I think we all love to learn more. Having that focus on the business side is extremely important. It's really knowing how to have the business, not just being the coach. That is what creates the business. So yes, thank you for bringing that up.
You're welcome.
How about you, Monique?
I want to jump onto what you just said. I will tell you that after I joined Debbie's Summit, I started unsubscribing from a bunch of people's emails that I, like Lisa said, go to this webinar, go to that webinar, and you get all these lists. I'm like, I don't need all this other stuff. I just need to stay in this lane and master this, because there's always more information and another way of saying something the same, but a little bit different. And everybody has their style. The coaches have their style. But one thing I appreciate the most from Debbie is that she's no nonsense. She says it like it is. She gives feedback, and she also has the expectation that we're going to do the work. And we have to want it more than she has to want it for us. She wants it for us so much. Like, her desire that all of us grow these businesses is probably one of the key things I've seen that's very different from Debbie than anybody else. Other coaches, they want to teach you what to do, but Debbie is in our corner. And so, as far as if you're looking for a coach or coaches, she's the one.
Yes,
You.
I agree. I have to agree with you. And it's the idea of it's not just the client and we wanted to finish the job that you paid us for. Debbie actually does have this grit in her that it's, if you paid her money, she wants to make sure you succeed. Of course, there's so much she can do, right? You need to meet her halfway. But yes, that is definitely one of her most, in my opinion, the most desirable quality that she has. That's right.
I was going to say that's her superpower.
That is her superpower. That's a great way to put it. Thank you, Monique. Thank you.
I'm blushing is all I can say. Well, thank you. That's so kind. I want to let you guys know, we didn't make it clear this time, but Thais was actually a client. So I do all the business strategy and teaching and supporting and guiding in the most hopefully basic, simple way that I can for business. And Thais came into our program and was a client and then spoke at our first summit. And what I knew that I needed and had always had in place, but I knew that I needed mindset coaching because I don't want to be, to go along with what Monique said, I don't want to be a coach that sells you one more program that you don't do. And I can't make you do it, but I can walk beside you. I can encourage you. I can say, come on, let's do it. But that's why I have Thais. She's like my safety net to make sure that if you have a mindset issue, if you let fear get in your way or doubt or imposter syndrome, we've got Thais here who is an expert at mindset. Not only does she know how to build a business successfully, and she's done it very well, but also she can really help you with your mindset. So it kind of works on both accounts, works really well. So thank you for all of that.
That's true. I feel like it's important to have, especially since I do have a business and also I am building my business, right? I think we are all always building the business and I like that mindset. It's good for me to be so close to the drama, to really see the clients here as like, I not only understand their drama, but I have so much compassion because I get it, that it is hard for you to press send to the email. And it's not just that, oh, just do it and it's fine. And that's Debbie with her strategy mindset. That's where she comes like, okay, you send 10 emails and I'm already accounting to all the drama that will come up. So then we can say, okay, let's think about this a little bit differently so that you can send the email. So I love our partnership, Debbie. Thank you. Thanks for having me. Okay, I do want to hear from Glenna because Glenna is also somebody else that came to the summit with us last year. Glenna.
Yes, the summit, as you said, really makes you think about it as a business the first time around. The second time, I already knew how to do a lot of the technical issues that I might not have known before. And it's like Debbie always says, until you actually do it, you can't really refine it or look at it. And so it's like the nursing process. You have to assess and see what went well, and then look and see from the evaluation, what can I tweak or what can I make a little better? So trying to make my message a little bit more clear being able to do more social media posts personally as well as for the summit, those type of things. And Debbie and Thais both are great at helping you both with mindset and strategy to get those things done.
I have to tell you guys, I was coming home from being out of town and I had a very lengthy conversation with ChatGPT about Glenna's business. So we are always thinking about you guys' businesses. And yeah, I chatted back and forth till my phone was full. I couldn't chat anymore because I'd used up my battery with ChatGPT about your business. So we had a fun conversation after that. Kathleen, I would love to hear from you.
Well, I am just amazed at all of the things that go in to having a business online, to communicating your value. And I have to echo what everyone else has said because the summit makes it real. And it is one thing to be a consumer of social media, of online learning. It's a horse of another color to be producing that and to refine your message and who are you here to help. And all of that gets clarified in the process of leading up to the summit. And what's your message and how are you helping and who are your people? How is their life going to be better by what you're doing? And because of licensing issues, as a registered advisor, we couldn't have social media. And I've been in business long enough before it was a thing. I remember being in business before there were iPhones. Oh, Lord, I'm old. But the truth is, you have to be able to meet people where they are and to convey to them your value. I have been so reluctant. I have dug my heels in. I think I am the poster child for, I don't want to, but it's been amazing. So thank you. It's really been something.
Yeah, her growth and everybody's growth. Honestly, it has been fun to watch everybody learn to do the things and put together some of what they already had. Like Kathleen already had a website, she already had some software she was using. How do you bring those things in and really then create a business out of it? So thank you for that. I want to next talk to our two newest people and have them share a little bit about the progress that they have made. Sharon, I'll start with you.
Okay, thank you. I'm just going to say that as a nurse of 33 years, if you collapsed in front of me, there is a high probability that I would be able to save your life, at least temporarily. Much more chance and much higher probability than me being able to set up a funnel or do a marketing preparation form or any of those things. So I couldn't, there's no way. And even breaking it down, like Kathleen says, who do you want to help? Well, everybody. I want to help everybody. Well, you know what, Sharon, you can't help everybody all at once. We really need to focus down. And that's where I came up with, and you helped me invaluably to come up with I want to help me. That's who I want to help. And, where I was. So I really had to go back in my mind bank and think about where was I 2 years ago when I started this, as Nicole has described, this inner healing journey. And I've done all of the medication and I'm not a naysayer for Western medicine. Good at crack. I've seen some amazing things in my nursing career. But what I think is missing is the identity work, not counselling, but the identity work. And being able to have the support from you guys to really focus in on that. And like everybody has said, Debbie, when I was thinking of pulling out, and I'm not proud to say that, but I'm not frightened to say it either, I felt very vulnerable. And my husband said, "What would Debbie say?" And the minute I thought what Debbie would say, when I talk about being an identity coach, I am doing the identity work still and growing every single day. And that day I had to go back in and had to really go into myself and say, I am the best health identity coach in the world and I can do this and I'm going to do it. And I said, that's what Debbie would say. So as much as we are in your minds, Debbie and Thais, you are definitely in mine all the time. You are on my shoulder, taking me through this. And that's what the journey's been about for me. I thought I was tech savvy. I'm not a bit tech savvy, but I'm learning and I can only get better.
It is such a joy, honestly, to work with every one of you guys and to hear your life and to Thais and I get to help you figure out who you're going to be in this next phase of your life. I talk about you're building a business for a lifetime. This is it. We're building the business that we're always going to have. And you get to really take some time to figure out what that is. So, oh my goodness, thank you guys so much for letting us in on that. Nicole, tell us about where you're at, because you are also new. So tell us where you're at and what the process has been for you.
I want to take away from everybody. I want to like piggyback off of each one, especially starting with Lisa. It's same thing. 12 years ago, 11 years ago, I went and got certified as a life coach. And I thought, oh, I have a sales background. I can build this business. I got my LLC. I put everything together and I was lost. And so then for the next few years, I just coached people through word of mouth. And then I've known over the last few years, okay, I have to learn how to market myself. Didn't really know how. And listening to you, Debbie, when we had our call, it was that personal touch. You really do invest in each one of us personally, almost like family. I've never felt like I was just a paying client being part of your program. With you and Thais and all of the beautiful women that are on our calls, it feels like a true community, family. We support each other. That to me is priceless. You and Thais and the community have all given me this little, like a family member just pushing you. And it's like a constant push. So you can't give up. So I really appreciate that.
Thank you so much. Nobody can give up. That's right. Nobody can give up. If you're here, you're in it for the duration. We're going to call you out if you don't show up. So anyway, is there anything anybody else wants to add in before we wrap up?
I would just, when there's different topics, there is a lot of speakers talking about health, mindset, grief, and all of that. And I would encourage everyone to come to the summit, pay for the ticket, because you'll never know. It's the box of chocolates, and you pick one, and you'll be surprised at how delicious it is and what you didn't know. The other thing, too, with people is to just come from a space of curiosity, because you might be surprised at the tidbits and the clips and cues you'll learn, but you might be able to pass that on to someone you care about. So I just think it's a wonderful opportunity to really soak yourself in this juicy, encouraging, positive vibe of Ladies of what we have to offer. It's outstanding. It's a great opportunity. So I want to encourage everybody to show up and learn.
Thank you so much. I'll just tell you, ladies, you're not on camera, so you can come just as you are. You can come with your coffee, with your journal, right? You don't have to worry about that. We are live, so you can be in the chat talking to us. And yeah, you can schedule for just $27 when you upgrade. You can schedule coaching sessions with any of these guys. And I'm just telling you, coaching is transformative. I mean, I'm the #1 fan of coaching. So I think this is a great opportunity. Nobody is going to sell you coaching on that 30-minute call. This is truly our opportunity to show you what it's like to be coached and to experience that transformation. That's what we want for you to see. And then if you want to take it to the next step, of course, we want to work with you. So anyway, thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to see you guys February 12th, 13th, and 14th, designlivethrive.com. Please tell your friends. And we look forward to seeing you there. Thanks, ladies. Bye-bye.